Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 18th, I think. I don't know. It'll be in the title. But we're going to jump right in here. We're going to do past, present, future outcome. You start off in your past position with this card that says lessons to learn, and it says healing work must be done, blocked for your highest good. You have this year, it says, growth inside fuels growth outside. You will reap what you sow. Literally for the next couple of years at least, I feel that a lot of you will be reaping what you sow. So there is a lot of success. No doubt about it that you could have had a tower moment. I mean, this lessons to learn card says that you could have learned some tough lessons. I mean, that is, part of me believes that is kind of like Pisces karma just in general. We have to, a lot of Pisces, especially when they're younger, usually go through a lot of challenges. So again, this is your past position. Wouldn't even worry about it. But again, we go through these challenges, so that we can be very strong. So I kind of feel like a lot of you have been through a lot of challenges, and now you're getting to this place where you're making peace with the challenges. I don't know. That's like what I'm getting right here with the Queen of Cups. She has that cup. She's reaching out with that cup, to the tower. So it's almost like you are making peace with the lessons that you've learned. I don't even think this is like a person or a single lesson that you have learned. I feel that this is many things that you have learned here, Pisces. Many things that you have, been through in your life. And look at this outcome already. You have this great fortune card, this wealthy man card. So definitely a lot of abundance that could be coming in for you. As always, I think that, you need to get out of your own head here, Pisces. So, this looks very good. But again, I think that you need to get out of your head so that you can change your life with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is just a choice. We have to, the wheel is always spinning in our lives, the wheel of karma, and it can be spinning forwards or backwards. The choice is yours. And, you have to take control of the wheel so that you can have great fortune, so that you can be successful. I almost feel like this reading is encouraging you to get out of your own way, which a lot of your readings are. You have this Awakening Genius card, this Endless Possibilities card. It's very good, but I'm also not going to sugarcoat the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords here and the Moon. It's this reminds me of the energy with the Moon of building yourself up, getting excited by an idea, and then thinking of the reasons that it won't work. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, feeling like, oh, it can't work because I'm stuck, even though you're not really stuck, or, because there's some sort of fear that you don't want to face with the Nine of Swords. I'm not calling you out, but I totally am. So, it's all those things. And I feel like this is saying, you've learned all these lessons. You've learned the lessons that you're about to face, if that makes sense. That's kind of very deep reading already. It's almost like you're about to face things in life that you've already learned. You've already done it. And so it's going to be easy this time around. And I feel like this is saying, yeah, maybe there are some triggers or fears from the past, especially in regards to money, by the way. I mean, I see that in your astrology just in general, but it's you've learned from those things. So it's you shouldn't be afraid because you know exactly what to do is what this reading is saying. You have the World here. So definitely a cycle has completed. I feel like you're starting something new. You even have the Page of Pentacles next, literally just starting something new, jumping into something new, having a new beginning. Again, Page of Pentacles, this is interesting as well. Going Emperor to the Ace of Swords. This is almost like you becoming more authentic, you living your authentic truth, or you stepping into your authentic truth or your authentic power. So I kind of feel that you're moving more towards your destiny, as always, in this. And again, these next few years are big years for you for that, just in general. So it makes sense that this always comes up for you, that you things are really falling into place, especially with what you are doing with your life, meaning the actions, the experiences, all the things that you're doing. And so, like I said, it makes a lot of sense. But let's see. With the Tower, I can't even get a card. So you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, of course, is a very good card. But this could say, this challenge right here could be trying to do things on your own, So it could say that it's time for you to open up to teamwork or opportunities to work with other people. I do believe we're in a time of co-creation, so I encourage everyone to do that. With the World, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, I kind of feel, it's kind of weird because I do feel like some of you feel like you're letting something go that you worked on, with the World, like an achievement, something that could have made you successful, something that could have led to more success in your life. Kind of a weird feeling. But really, I feel like you've gotten everything you can out of where you are, is kind of what the Seven of Pentacles is saying. It's like if you hold on to old Pisces, then, that's all you're ever going to get. And I feel like this reading is saying, no, you are meant to be a big Pisces, not a little Pisces, right? So, I feel this is encouraging you to be big, which I feel like I've said to you before. And with the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords, definitely the death of something. Again, we already know this because of the Tower. The Ten of Swords is a blessing in disguise, and, it could also be you just letting go of this past life that you have here. I don't even think this is one thing or the other. Like I said, I think this is, multiple aspects of your life that that you are shedding and letting go of, just plain and simple, pretty simple stuff. Next, in the area of your present position, you have this Peer card. It says, you decide, the choice is yours. There you go. You have this Life Buoy card. It says, don't give up. Help is on the way. Yes. It is not time for you to give up on your journey. It's like, I almost feel you have to get to a certain place so that help can show up, especially for those of you that are working towards a dream or trying to manifest something bigger in your life. I really see you taking something to the next level here, Pisces. It's like this could be a business, a career, something like that. But I really do feel you have to get to a certain point before the help shows up. So I would keep going. I also feel like you need to make a choice on like one thing here, especially for those of you that are working on a business or something like that, or a career, or trying to choose a direction. I almost feel like this is saying, just pick a direction, just pick a choice. I try to tell people all the time, I know it's hard to make decisions, but it's like, number one, I believe it's impossible to make the wrong decision. Even if you think, or you do make the wrong decision, I think we always end up where we were meant to go in the first place. I think it's better to just make a choice, make a decision, right? Like, let's say you're trying to pick a job. It's like, just pick one. And if you just follow your intuition, number one, you probably won't make the wrong choice. But if you do make the wrong choice, having that job will probably support you enough so that you can go get the next thing. So I always think it's better to just make a choice, even if it's a wrong choice, because you're at least moving forward. When you're moving forward, then the energy moves forward. It's just that simple. And, that's popping into my head here. You have the Queen of Cups, the Emperor, and the Chariot. The Queen of Cups, of course, again, like I said, she is kind of reaching out here. It's like she's making peace with her past. And, that's the energy I get here. You also have the Ace of Swords coming up next. So, this could be you. Again, that could be a card of making peace. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But, it definitely is something that is popping up into my head is that, again, I feel like you could be making peace with all the lessons you've learned and, showing gratitude to those things so that you can just move forward and be successful, plain and simple. I feel like there's like one simple truth that you need to take control of. It's very obvious to me, Pisces, like right here, going right here to the Ace of Swords. It's like the Emperor, I feel, could be a little bit of your energy, just saying, take control of this victory that is coming in for you, and don't turn around with that Ace of Swords. I feel it's saying, it's like you're heading in this new direction and it's going to change your life, but I also feel you need to really kind of keep pushing forward here. And it's almost like you need to prove to yourself that you can do something. It's like almost like this reading is saying you need to prove to yourself that you can do something big, or much bigger, especially for those of you that are looking to do something big in your life. I kind of feel you have to take control here. And you have the Chariot. The Chariot is a victory. Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Pisces, that you're in a period of your life where, personally, I believe you are setting yourself apart. You're making yourself different, or you should be at the very least. It is funny that, we go this way to the moon, to the Wheel of Fortune. The moon is your card. So this puts you in a position of power and strength. But I would also say that, there might be some things where you just feel like you don't know the answers. But if you just keep going forward and keep pushing to these mountains in the background, you're going to have a victory. Literally, the Ace of Swords is above the mountains on the Ace of Swords. So there's like a guaranteed victory if you push through the Pisces, I don't know what to do type of energy, right? And if you take control of the Wheel of Fortune, I would also be careful of the past here, because we go this way and, so I would be careful of allowing the past to control you, like your old story, thinking that you can't do something, thinking that you're not good enough to do something as well. Again, I would be careful of that old story. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Justice card. Balance, again, it kind of makes sense, like making peace, that type of energy here. But there could be justice coming in from a past Tower moment as well here. Like this could be karma You could be you getting positive karma. We have great good fortune, or the great fortune card, the wealthy man. So, it kind of looks to me like some of you could be receiving some balance from a past tower moment, or you could be receiving some positive karma. Could be anything. With the Emperor, you have the King of Pentacles here. See, I feel like you need to focus, again, I really do feel you need to focus on one truth that is true for you. There's something you want to do with your life. I see it very clearly here, and I don't think this has to do with love or anything. I feel it's your whole life. It's like you have a vision for your life, and the King of Pentacles is something permanent. It's like you are building, a permanent lifestyle, and you have this endless possibilities card. I feel like there's endless possibilities in this lifestyle. That's the word I'm hearing. But again, I feel like you need to get working. And again, it's going to be something permanent. With the Chariot, you have the Fool. I knew the Fool would show up because we had the World. And I literally said you're ending a cycle and having a new beginning, which is very, very clear to me. In the Major Arcana, we go from the World and then we start all over again as a Fool. And that's just part of the Fool's journey. This is also part of the Fool's journey. The Moon, he has to go from here to the mountains, like I said. So, I would really encourage you to push through the whole not thinking that you don't know what to do, even though you do. In the area of the future, you have this Awakening Genius card, and you also have this Endless Possibilities card. Love it. I feel like you are a genius. You're a Pisces, right? And I feel that there are just endless possibilities for whatever it is that you want to create. And I feel you need to believe in that abundance. I feel you need to believe that what you are working towards, not only do you have the intelligence to do it, but, again, there are also, many different paths you can take to get there to whatever your goal, wish, or dream is. And so I feel you need to really push forward. Again, this is a very powerful reading, I will say. You have the Ace of Swords, the Moon, and the Six of Pentacles. Again, I do feel like there could be some sort of truth coming out as well. I mean, you go Moon, Six of Pentacles, but again, I would be careful if this is like a past person telling you the truth. I mean, you have the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, being stuck in a situation, or a person who's trying to get in the way of your great fortune. So, again, I would be very careful here. I feel like this has come up for you over the past couple weeks. Even going this way here, it's like Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles, like someone who stabbed you in the back coming in with a message. And so again, I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently. And, again, if you had an earth sign in particular, or any sign who stabbed you in the back here, I would definitely be very careful, especially if they're coming in telling half-truths. I don't even think they're telling the whole truth here with the Moon. And again, this could set you back emotionally. It could affect you. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. So, I would be careful. Block if you need to, or do what you got to do. More importantly, though, I think this is part of your journey. Again, you can see those mountains in the background there. And again, we see these mountains on the Ace of Swords as well, right? And the sword is above the mountain. So I feel that a lot of you, that you need to keep pushing. We also see a lot of balance in this reading. You have the Justice card. There are 6 golden yods on both sides of the Ace of Swords, or three and three, and they're in perfect balance. You have the Six of Pentacles as well. He is holding a balance. He also represents equal give and take, but more importantly, he represents giving to things that are growing. So I feel for a lot of you, it's really important, at this time to, I always talk about leverage. I believe that we're in a time of leverage, and, we just quite simply, we just need to pay attention to what's working. Literally, Wheel of Fortune. If you live your life with the Wheel of Fortune energy, you will be very successful. If you don't, then you won't. And to live your life with the Wheel of Fortune, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But, what I would say here, more importantly, with the Six of Pentacles, is to make sure you're doubling down on the things that work in your life in all areas. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Emperor. There could be an Aries that is coming in. I feel like you always get Aries in your reading. Every single Pisces I've ever met in my entire life is always attracted to Aries. So, I don't know. It's like a weird Pisces-Aries thing, but it could be an Aries. It could also just be you attracting a Emperor, or someone, who you really want to have in your life, is what I would say. So, it could, and again, this could also be you taking control of your life and kind of bossing up here. With the Moon, you have the Sun. Are you kidding? So, number one, the Sun is best card in the tarot deck. One thing I will say is the Moon and the Sun in a tarot reading is meant to represent two people who who cannot come together, right? So I would be very careful if you have cycles with a person, or who have dealt with a person where it's the two of you kind of come from, maybe you just come from different worlds, or you have different ideas about how life works. But, the Moon and the Sun together can represent two people who are just not meant to be. And I don't know, that's popping into my head. I never care about that, but there you go. There's definitely a lot of happiness, though, coming in for you. I also feel it's saying you're entering into a Sun period of clarity, you're coming out of the Moon. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is spontaneous. I think I said something on the endless possibilities at the beginning of the reading that, there are many paths to your success. The Knight of Wands doesn't care how he gets somewhere. He is willing to be spontaneous and flexible. He's willing to, if one way to do something doesn't work, he's willing to try a different way. And, I feel for a lot of you, this is saying, like, be flexible in your approach to accomplishing a dream or something else. You have this wealthy man and this great fortune card, really nice. So definitely could be some great fortune or wealth coming in for you. It doesn't have to be a man. I kind of feel like this is you, Pisces. I feel like you are just the wealthy person here. This doesn't have to be money either. It could be any type of abundance that's coming in for you. But I feel also that some of you are fearing that you're never going to have this abundance, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, but you have the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like this row here, your outcome is saying, this is where you are mentally, but this is where you should be right here with the Wheel of Fortune, So I don't know how, it's almost like you're, it's funny because I watched that movie with that guy who climbs the mountain with no ropes, right? What the hell was that called? I don't remember, Pisces. It doesn't matter. Someone will know what I'm talking about. They'll put it in the comments, right? And I think it was called Free Solo, right? And he climbs a mountain with no ropes, which is crazy. A cliff, not a mountain. Like a crazy ass cliff, right? And I would never do it. My legs were shaking the entire time. So, I take risks, other types of risks, not climbing with no ropes. That is crazy. But, he in that movie or the documentary, the guy, he said something about, like, he was doing something where someone was asking him about, like, the fear or whatever, and when he's like 1,000 feet up in the air hanging off the side of a cliff, and they asked him what he was thinking about, and he just said, oh, he's like, I was thinking about whether my feet hurt or not, or something like that, right? And I was like, damn, when you think about it, it's like he could think about being 1,000 feet in the air, but he was kind of like reframing his focus, and he was like focusing on the now, so it's like, it was just, at least that's how I took it when I was watching it, right? I was like, damn, what he's doing? He's not thinking, oh, I'm 1,000 feet in the air. He's thinking, where are my feet right now? He's just being very present. And I don't know why I am talking about this, but I feel like you need to do that. It's like you could think about the future. You could think about all these things that could happen with the world or the economy. You could think about your own capabilities, or you could just think about all the stuff you're doing, like literally this very second, right? And there's something here where I feel like you need to be present with the Wheel of Fortune. With the Wheel of Fortune, we want to be at the center of the wheel. When we're at the center of the wheel, we can see good things and bad things as they enter into our lives. The whole point is that when you see a challenge coming your way, you face it head on. Ace of Swords, Emperor. The Emperor and the Ace of Swords together would face a challenge right away, and they would take care of it right away. When you see something good happening, you double, triple, quadruple down on the good stuff so you can get more good stuff, right? And that's the Wheel of Fortune. We double down on the good things, get rid of the bad things, and we take care of them very quickly. You have the Nine of Swords. I do feel like you're afraid of repeating a cycle. So again, I would let go of the fears, but more importantly, I feel this is you. It's like some of you might be, I don't think this is true for all of you either. For some of you, I feel you might be kind of a little bit more consumed about thoughts of the future is what I'm getting here at this time. And I feel like you need to let those things go, and I think it would be better for you to focus on where your feet are. Like, where are your feet right now, Pisces? That's what you need to focus on. You have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of being too close to a problem. So again, the Eight of Swords can say it is a card of self-imposed restriction or prison because you are too close to an issue. And the Eight of Swords says there are many solutions to your problems or to whatever you're dealing with, but you just have to open up to those things. So let's see. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Queen of Cups here. You have the Queen of Cups twice. In a lot of ways, I feel the Queen of Cups is like your energy in the reading, even though this would be Cancer. I still feel like it's just how you're showing up. I do feel it's important that you follow what your heart is telling you to do. I believe we're in a heart-based time, so anything that your heart is telling you to do, I would do it. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Magician. Yep, you have the power to change your life. I mean, you have the power to manifest whatever you want. I feel like you have to get away from that Nine of Swords energy, the stinking thinking, the round around type of energy. Don't repeat mistakes, avoid, cycles and things like that. But really, this is a very good reading. It's not even, I'm not even worried about that. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Strength card. Again, I really feel this is a reminder. I think this whole thing, the whole reading is a reminder that you've been through the lessons. Like I said, I think that's the whole point of this reading. I don't really know. It's not really something that I'm feeling intuitively necessarily, but just putting the pieces of the puzzle together here, I kind of think that this reading is saying you've already learned all these lessons. You've already, dealt with the certain problems in your life. And it's like, yeah, there might be things that remind you of these past problems, but you've already dealt with it. You already know how to handle it. So there you go. You have this ear card. It says good news on it. So there you go. Definitely could be some good news coming in for you. You have this bow card. It says you are highly thought of. Yeah, so I feel like people want to help you and support you. I also feel like people are really on your side, I also feel something about needing to find more people who are on your side, more people who want to support you and help you in life and, all that other good stuff. You have this excitement card, so I feel there's going to be a lot of excitement coming in for you, a lot of success, great fortune, endless possibilities, awakening genius. I see a lot of success for you here, Pisces, really. You have this knot card. It says unsuccessful plans. I already know what this is. Again, the world and the tower. The world and the tower is having something that you wanted to accomplish that didn't work out. So again, this could be a relationship, a business idea, some sort of achievement you want to have. It's like something didn't work out, and maybe you're holding on to the past a little bit here, Pisces. And I feel like this is saying it wasn't meant to work out. It's like time to move on to some sort of genius idea. You have this eagle. It says triumph over obstacles. Are you kidding? The Ace of Swords is basically this card. So the Ace of Swords is above the mountains. It is something that can easily overcome problems. You have these two cards. You have this younger woman. It says dealings with relationships with a younger woman. You have this mountain. It says major challenge to overcome. Again, this could be a younger person that has challenges that you're dealing with that are going on here. But I really feel you're overcoming the challenges very easily, especially with that Ace of Swords. And it's a pretty interesting reading for sure, Pisces. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.